you come into a room and everybody doesn't want to stay in the front seat, in the front row. They want to go back. Okay. I want to know what we think is the issue. Pastor Joseph, what do you think, sir? You can unmute yourself. What do you think? People are shy. Okay, they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be known. Thank you so much for that answer. I need more answers. What do we think is the problem? Okay, when people come into a place, they always want to take the back seat, back row. You know, they don't want to stay in the front. What's the problem? Pastor Ngo Madweke. Pastor Ngo Madweke, please, can you tell us, maybe just share with us, what do you think is the problem? Okay, you will see a notification to get unmuted on your screen. You can unmute yourself, sir, and then share with us, what do you think is the problem? All right, why do people love to take the back row? Anytime they come into a place, why do they always want to take the back row? No, I don't want to sit in the front. I don't want to sit in the front. I'm okay. I'm okay here. Okay, Mr. Churchill. It's like Pastor Ngo is not readily available. All right, Mr. Churchill, what do you think is the problem?
Good morning.
Or the challenge?
The challenge could be that they don't have confidence in themselves and they are afraid.
They are afraid and they don't have confidence in themselves. Powerful. As in, I'm really learning a lot this morning. They are afraid. They are not confident in themselves. Pastor Joseph said they are shy. Wow, that's awesome. Mama Juliana, okay, let me hear from the mama's angle. Let me know their own view, okay? Okay, because they get to notice children's traits and attitudes quite a lot earlier. So, Mama Juliana, what do you think is the problem? What do you think is the challenge, is the issue here? Why do people love to take the back row? A lot of people love to take the back row any place where they are. They come into an event, they want to go to the back. Okay.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mama Juliana.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Some people do it with the intention of sneaking out of the program.
Okay.
You see, some people, when they come, if they sit in the front, when they sneak out or they leave the program before the time, you will notice them. So some people with the mind that they want to leave before the end of the program, they normally sit at the back.
Okay. So how do we analyze that? Leaving the program, leaving before the end of the program. How do we analyze that? Okay, we could say clearly that they don't want to be seen when they are doing something wrong.
Yes, because they want to leave the program before the end of the program.
Yeah.
And if they sit in the front, one can easily notice that they are no longer present.
They are no longer present.
So they will sit at the back.
So they are afraid of what people will say about them by the time they are leaving. Look at this woman. Why is she leaving now? Why is she leaving? The program has not ended. So can we say that? Can we say that's the problem? Please, Mama Juliana, kindly unmute yourself back. We're not yet done discussing. So can we say that is it? They don't want to be seen, as in they don't want to hold themselves accountable. They want to kind of like sneak out. That's why they want to go to the back. They don't want people seeing them when they are sneaking out. And so also, we notice some people, they love to do bad things in the night when no one is seeing them. I get to me. No, you know, they come into a place where people see them, they're behaving well. When no one sees them, they are
in the dark.
In the dark, they put up a different attitude. All right.
Yes.
Okay. We are learning a lot this morning. Mama Kehinde said, fear of the unknown. They are too scared. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe if whatever that is going to happen, maybe it's going to start happening to the people starting from the front seat. That's okay. That's okay. I want a different view. Madam Ngozi Benita, do you have a different view? Madam Ngozi, you self, and you and your earphone self. Yeah? You and this your earphone. Madam Beckley, Esther, okay, may I hear from you? What do you think is the challenge here? Why do people love to take the back row? They don't want to take the front row. Why do people want to take the back row? They don't want to take the front row. They want to take the back row all the time. In fact, if you have leaders, or rather, if you have a congregation, you belong to a social group where majority of the persons love to take the back row. Mm, mm, mm. And you happen to be a positional leader there. I want you to watch my words carefully. A positional leader. You happen to be just a positional leader there. Maybe you are still developing as a leader. So you are just mainly a positional leader to majority of them. That's a very serious matter. That's it. Mr. Tobechukwu, what do you think is the challenge? What do you think is the challenge? Why do people love to take the back row?
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning, Toby.
Yeah, it's because most people lack confidence and are timid. So
and they are very timid.
Once they come, yes, so they are afraid of being asked some questions that they may not be able to give answer to. And in fact, most people are afraid of failure. So since they don't have some answers that may relate to what they are people are expecting of, so it is better they don't even give answers. So they're just afraid generally.
So I can say clearly, I can say from what you just, I can conclude from what you just said right now that they consider other person's opinion of themselves more about themselves more than their own opinion about themselves. Huh?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Powerful. That's awesome. We are learning a lot today. We're learning a lot today. Please, if you have a different view to this before we conclude, remember, we still have our training going on. I told us this week is a week of prospecting, inviting, and what? Business presentation. We are going to be dealing with these three things. That's the only thing we are doing throughout this week. All right. I want to make sure that we are well grounded in this, on this. Okay. But this is our mind shift section. So let's deal with some problems and challenges that limits us. You know, most of the things that limits us, a lot of you don't know. Business success is 70% psychological and 30% activity. I know you don't know that. Yes. What I'm dealing with right now is the reason why a lot of people operate far below their potential. Yes. Yes. All right, so let's continue. I want someone that has a different view. Madam Beckley, Esther, kindly unmute yourself. I want someone with a different view. If you have a different view here, Madam Bosede, how are you? Madam Bosede, you have a different view. Why do most people take the back row? They prefer to take the back row anytime they're coming to a meeting. Okay, I can see Madam Beckley unmuted. Madam Beckley, okay. What would you say is the challenge?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes, sir. To me, it's because most people, they don't have confidence of themselves. Again, it's too shy to be at the front. They prefer just to sit down, listen to people, and gather information. But for them to stay at the front or lead, they are too shy to do so.
Oh my God, that's awesome. You know, that reminds me of the time when we were in secondary school. If you ask me this question when we were in secondary school, I will tell you, I beg, I don't want the teacher to ask me a question. The teacher always believes that the people in the front row are the most intelligent. Now, these are psychological. What I'm saying is not true. You come into an event, it's psychological. And so even the teachers are aware of that. Okay. And let me tell you what they usually do. You know, maybe, and this thing started when maybe they're going to be expecting some supervisors. And then, you know, they say, oh, you are wearing a good school uniform. The school uniform is very clean. Come to the front row. So that our supervisors will see you. They are the ones causing the problem. They don't know. My mom is a teacher. My dad is a lecturer. He's also a teacher. He taught in a secondary school before he went on to become a lecturer in a university. They say, oh, your clothes is fine. People that have new clothes, new school uniforms, they put them in the front seat because external supervisors are coming. And then they position the most intelligent. People like us that take first in position, they'll put us in the front. So that when the supervisors comes and then they ask questions, we can raise our hand. If I ever happen to be a supervisor and I come into a place, I will not ask anybody in the front row a question. I will start from the back. You've not seen anything. I will start from the, you here. In fact, the last person that entered the class is the person that will ask the question. They will tell us, see, you know you are the brightest. Make sure you look good. Make sure your clothes is well ironed. Talk to your mom. Make sure it's like they do it to my son. Maybe the day my son can sing very well. What I mean can sing, I don't mean like a child singing. He can sing very well. So guess what? He represents the school. Okay, when it comes to anything musical concert, come and see the way they tell him, make sure your suit is well ironed. And this, my son, I don't know whether any of you have this kind of child that you buy them a school uniform, new school uniform. 1 week, all the buttons are off. How many of you have such children? You know them very well. You see some of them. As in, that's my first son for you. You buy 3 of them, 3 of my kids, you buy them school uniform at the same time. His own, we get torn first. His bags, we get torn first. His shoes, the lace, no matter how new that shoe is, the lace must fly out. They will not see him that time. When they want to have a concert, they will not tell him, make sure your clothes is well ironed. And then maybe sometimes I will come and pick them from school and they will tell me, please, King David will be presenting in a musical concert. And we have people coming. So because King David will be presenting in a musical concert and there are many other competitors there, they say, please, I know what you do. Make sure you iron his suit and come with his suit. Come with the suit. We'll get him to wear the suits just before the presentation. Hi. Thank God that I'm an experienced person. I'm very exposed. So I don't ever get my child to be intimidated with such a thing. Anyway. So our teachers do even contribute to it. The most intelligent stay in the front. You are not intelligent, or you go to the back. We don't even know we are eroding kids' confidence in themselves. So because they take last in the class, because they are not ranking higher, because their school uniforms is not that clean, and they are not the smartest in the class, so they should sit at the back. All right, now, look at this. We are now talking as adults. We don't know, our environment has actually conditioned how we behave. Many of us don't know. When you grow in a certain environment, there are some certain environments you grow up in, your confidence level will be on another level. Yes. Your level of risk-taking can also be affected even because of the environment you are living. Someone like me, I grew up in an environment where we used to go and fetch water back in the days in a stream early in the morning, 6 a.m. We will carry gallon and barrels, and push barrel to a stream. When I mean stream is not, I mean a flowing stream. So you have bushes everywhere. I grew up in a neighborhood where if you provoke someone, let me tell you, they will just wait for you in a nearby bush while you are going to the stream. So you dare not provoke someone when you don't have your own group and when you don't have your own clique that can fight. Yes. So I grew up in a neighborhood where, come on, you must have a clique or else you will always be intimidated. I grew up in an environment where, as in, you get scared for the night. Why? When before 6 a.m., you're already with a barrel going to a stream where you have bushes left. And as in, when I mean bush, you will walk at least to go to the stream. You will walk for at least up to like 15 to 20 minutes. And you have to be very fast. Then going and coming back, if you are fast, it will take you about 45 minutes. So you can't grow up in such a neighborhood and be easily intimidated. So even in my quiet nature, man, there are some tigers that have raised in me while I was small. I'm telling you, that tiger just has to be there. If not, is the survivor of the fittest. If you must have to put up a fight. whether you like it or not, or else your parents will not allow you to be coming out of the house. I will be calling you mommy's boy, daddy's boy, mommy's girl. They don't allow this stuff to come out. But when your father and your mother doesn't have enough, like my own mother and father, we didn't have the money to buy the tanks and to call tankers to come and fill water for us. So we have to go to the stream to go and fetch water. When you grew up in an environment, now I'm saying this because of my own experience, so it can happen in different places. Where my mom, at the time when they were owing teachers for 1 full year, and they were on strike, she has to start selling things in the market. When I mean market, small table in the market where they will sell and put all those small fish and crayfish and all those things. And then with your big boy, you will have to do lunch and come to the market and sit down there as a big boy in your mother's table. And then she will tell, sometimes she will tell you, go and buy corn in the village. I used to go to the villages and buy corn, and I will come and I will stand on the street in the front of the market, and I will put corn and arrange it 500 naira, 600 naira. No. You can't grow up in such an environment and then you come and be timid when it comes to talking to people about your business. You know, what I'm sharing with us is something that, you guys mustn't go so low as this, all right? Because my kids, they won't go to the bush to go and buy corn, but I have many ways I can raise them. Yes, to be super confident in themselves. You don't dare ever tell any of my kids that you can't do something. You are in trouble that day. You just, the answer you will receive will shock you. You don't try it. Just that's the answer. That will be the last time you will ever, or something, you shun them heavily. You dare not. You dare not. One day I had someone that came to fix up solar in my house, and then he was doing something, and then my kids, they were deliberating on, and then they were running around, and they were something they were doing. And then the guy turned and talked to them in an ugly manner. My last son turned and said, "Hey, sir, you dare not talk to us that way. Are you our father? Are you our mother? You are in our house and you're talking to us that way." That man didn't talk again. That was the last time the man came to my house. When he was done, the man said, "I've never seen kids like this." Now, you mustn't have to get your kids to go and do some hard labor to teach them. There are many other things we can do. Why am I saying this? We are products of our environment. I know many of you didn't know where I'm coming from. Whatever you learned today, your perceptions about life is as a result of the environment you were raised. And I've seen a lot of people that think that they can't change. I've seen a lot of people that will tell you, and this is the way I am. It's not true. If you were raised in a different environment, I've always use this as a case study. If you are in Yoruba by birth, your mother gave birth to you and something happened, they took you out and you went to America at a very tender age, maybe when you were less than 3 months old. Trust me, you wouldn't know how to speak Yoruba. You may have natural tendencies of Yoruba, but if you were raised completely there, trust me, you will end up believing that you're from America. 99% of your attitude and everything will be as an American. Even though someone that knows a core Yoruba person may come and say, this guy, you look like Yoruba, you look like an Igbo person. I've seen Igbo persons, Igbo people that were born and raised in an Hausa land. They don't know how to speak Igbo. I know what I'm telling you. They don't know how to speak Igbo. You look at their face, they look like an Igbo person. But you see them act, they will be showing you to a great amount, the threats of a northerner. I'm telling you, a threat of a very enlightened northerner. I know what I'm saying. I'm in the north, and I know that. I've seen northerners that were raised in the east. They were giving birth a galas. They were raised and giving birth in my neighborhood. In fact, I had to become an adult. It's already when I became an adult that I got to know they are not from my neighborhood, that they are from Kogi State. Because they never acted like them. What am I saying? Listen to me carefully. What I'm about to say right now. We are all products of our environment. The way we live our lives, the way we interpret lives. We interpret lives by passing them through what we call mental assets. When we live through life, we pick up, through our experiences, the experiences of people around us, okay? There's something that happens to us cyclically, okay? It forms what we call a mode. Those modes are called mental assets, with which our brains use in judging events and judging things, okay? Assessing or analyzing information. So you see someone act on a particular way, or you hear someone say something, you can interpret differently from me. Why? Because you must have had a different mental asset from mine. So when you want to change, it's going to be very difficult. Do you know why? Those mental assets, we see it as a threat. You are coming to change your programming. Don't think that it's going to be easy. That's why it is very difficult for people to change, because change is not sweet. Your whole programming, your whole being, we do everything possible to fight change. So that's what we call the trap of status quo. People live in a trap because they want to maintain the status quo. That is why anytime you want to grow, anytime you want to progress, you must stretch yourself beyond what you already know, what you already used to. You must stretch yourself. And guess what? Anytime you make up your mind to stretch, what's the next thing that comes? The picture of pain, the pain you're going to go through. Let me give you an example. You have never made a phone call of 20 persons in a day. Or rather, you are doing it now, 20 in a day, and that's okay. You've never done 100 in a day. Now, that sounds so outrageous. The day you make up your mind and say, you know what? Maybe after a strong motivation, I motivate you in the Millionaire School. Come on, believe you can do it. Trust me, 100, put yourself down. You can do it. And then everything in you, because you're in an environment of positivism and enthusiasm and motivations, oh, everything in you is bubbling up. Oh, you can do it, you can do it. And at that time, you tell yourself, yes, I can do it. How many of you will notice? Immediately, I'm done with the Millionaire School. The first thing that gets to your mind is the pain you will go through trying to sit down. The sacrifices you have to make will come to your face. Do you know what it means to sit down and make 100 phone calls? Can you sit down for 2 hours, 3 hours making those phone calls? Don't you think there is something else to do? Do you know what's going on? All those suggestions are coming because your body doesn't want you to subject it through pain. Your body doesn't want it to subject you through pain. Yes, it doesn't want you to go through pain. Your brain will always work to protect you. You must understand that. I will say it again. I will say it again and again and again. Your brain will always work to protect you. But in trying to protect you, it destroys you. That's why early in the morning, I always do things that conquers my body. When you wake up in the morning, there is a natural tendency to pick your phone and check emails and then start going through things all of a sudden. Very natural. So the first thing I do is to tell myself, hey, guy, sit down. If you ever watch me when I wake up in the morning, I will be very quiet. At that time, everything is fighting. Carry your phone. Do it here. Do it there. Oh yeah. Open this one. Open the market. Get to know what the market is doing. Go, check this one. Check your account. How much has dropped? Check your email. Somebody may be requesting for an account number right now. All those temptations. What I do is I created a routine first that subjects myself, put myself under control. Anytime I'm able to put myself under control, I win through the day. So don't expect your brain, your mind to sit down and then tell you, you know what, you can make the 100 phone calls today. How many of you have noticed it? You are in the Millionaire School, you are so motivated on what to do. By the time we are done with the Millionaire School, it's as if the whole motivation is gone. Let me see you wave your hand. Those things you believe you could do, you start finding it difficult. That's exactly what we're talking about. Now, when you are conscious of this information, you need to be conscious of it. Okay, when the temptation comes, you need to go through pain. But guess what? Once you subject yourself to make that phone call that day, make it the following day, make it the next day, do you know what's happening? Your body starts readjusting. That becomes a new norm. That becomes the norm for you. It becomes normal. How many of us here, you've had so many things so difficult for you to do? By the time you started attempting them over a period of time, it becomes so normal that you no longer see it as anything. That becomes a lifestyle for you. How many of you? How many of you? That's the way it happened. That's the way it works in business. So let's summarize this, because I need you to get some points here. The first thing I need you to understand that is that you can change. Who you are right now is not all there is to you. That's one of the things I convince myself every day. Who I am today is not all there is to me. I was listening to a preacher that said, hey, don't put a full stop in your life where God has just put a comma. I love that so much. Don't put a full stop. Don't allow people to label you. You can become much more than you can imagine. I'm telling you, if I can talk to people this way, I'm telling you the truth, there's no one that I can't talk. I can't even talk to someone and look at them face to face. If you're talking about being shy, I'm an embodiment of being shy, I'm telling you, I used to be very shy. I can't stand before people and talk. I would rather pay you 100,000 than to stand before someone and talk. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So please, I want you to understand that there is no height that you cannot go. There is nothing you cannot achieve. Everything lies here. I get what I'm saying. So one of the tricks I play in my mind, with my mind is this: to always every now and then to keep doing much more, to keep stretching and keep doing much more. So doing much more than what I've already done in the past. When it became normal the day it became normal to me, that was the day my life started taking a progressive change. So my life wasn't going again up and down, up and down, up and down, because I'm always progressing. Because I've settled it in my mind that I should always do a little much more than what I did yesterday. A little much more than what I did yesterday. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I wanted to speak on the topic of leadership, but I felt like this direction of the talk will really bring more value to you, because many times when we are talking about leadership, we're always talking about leading people. But in terms of leadership, the first person you lead is you. And if you cannot lead yourself properly, you can lead other people, other persons properly. And the most difficult person to lead in this life is you, is to lead yourself. It's easier to lead you, Engineer Nonso, leading you, than to lead myself. And in leading myself, guess what happens? I must care for me. I must appreciate me. I must add value to me. I must produce results for me. These are the 5 different levels of leadership. Then I must be a role model to myself. I'm only in competition with my given potentials. I'm not in competition with any other person, but with me. How can I achieve much more than what I did yesterday? If you can't love yourself, you can't love someone else. That's the second level of leadership. People need to like you. People need to have access to you. You must have to connect with people. If you can't connect with yourself, understand yourself, love yourself, you can't love someone else. The third one is adding value. If you cannot add value to yourself every day, you can't add value to someone else. The fourth one is what? Development. That's when you start developing leaders. If you can constantly develop yourself to produce results for yourself, you can do that with other people. Then the fifth one is the pinnacle, where you become an example. If you can't look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm proud of the man and of the woman this guy here is becoming. Do you look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my results. I'm proud of my pushes. I'm proud of my goals. I'm proud of my dreams. I'm proud of myself. Can you look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I am proud of the woman I'm becoming. I'm proud of the man I am becoming. Can you? If you cannot, then you can be an example to others. So you just have to accept that. Every true and lasting change, every true and lasting achievement in life always starts by changing the way you see yourself, the things you've come to believe about yourself. Your life will never go beyond the level of your mental conditioning. Don't ever accept things that are not working in your life as you. Don't ever say, this is me, and that's me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Never. If it's not working for you, it's not working for you. Yes. Am I helping someone this morning? Am I helping someone this morning? Let me see with your head if I'm helping you. Am I helping someone this morning? Yes. I can see you, Madam Ngozi Benita. You are measuring some clothes. Maybe you're a tailor. Can you look yourself in the mirror in the next 6 months and tell yourself, in the next 1 year, and tell yourself, I'm proud of the fashion designer I am becoming. I'm proud of myself. Look at where I used to be 6 months ago. Look at where I am right now. I'm proud of the woman I'm becoming. Can you do that for yourself? That's what it is. That's what life is all about. It's not about living, competing, comparing yourself with someone else. Compare where you are today with where you were yesterday. Be your own competitor. Don't compete with any other person. All right. God bless you. Now, let's get to the topic for the week, which is prospecting, inviting, and getting people to close, to watch the videos and then to close on them. So let's start from where we stopped yesterday. I sent out messages yesterday for us to go watch the video. How many of you did watch the video I sent out yesterday? How many of you did watch the video? Let me see with your hand. If you didn't watch that video, go watch that video. It's a classic. I'm telling you. A lot, so many persons who watched the video, they reported back to me, oh, Engineer, so the Millionaire School today was awesome. God bless you. It was as if God just directed you to just talk to us. It was just all round. God bless you. God bless you. Things like this are the things that puts me up. It keeps encouraging me to stand up in the morning, every morning, to read books, to study, to listen to trainings, and to equip myself, add more value to myself. Because whenever I talk to you from an overflow. That's why I don't need to use slide to talk to you. Whatever I'm sharing with you is like a life to me. When I'm studying, I'm not just studying for you. Yes, I'm studying for you, but I'm studying for myself because I know if I can add value to myself, then I can add value to you. I'm not studying to add value to you primarily. I'm studying to add value to this me here. Then I can add value to you. So I always speak from a place of overflow. Give me 5 hours. I'm going to keep your boot down. I'm going to keep you down listening to me. I'm being wild. 5 hours, 24 hours, I will do that. Why? Because I've become a person of value to myself. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I can see Madam Mudupe said this. She said, I'm proud of the woman I'm becoming. That's awesome. Yeah, you can say that about yourself. You can say that about yourself. Don't let anyone say that for you, all right? Don't let anyone say that about you. No, be the one that should pray. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, man, I'm awesome. There's something I usually do. My wife hates it so much. The worst thing you'll ever do is to snap a picture with someone like me. You're in trouble. Those of you that came to Lagos, maybe you can ask me into Augusta what I was saying about the pictures. When I look at a picture, I'm sorry. I don't look at myself, man, I look good, though. Man, this guy looks good. You are in trouble. You may think that I may look at you and say, you are looking fine, though. I'm looking at myself, man, I'm looking good. Be the one that should praise yourself. Praise yourself very well, okay? Look yourself in the mirror and then be real. Anyway, be real, all right? When they woke up in the morning and my face was full of patches and pimples, I looked at myself, I said, man, this is not the face I'm proud of. I need to do something about it. I got some facial cleansers and then, went to spa and then they pressed my face and all those things. And that was the very first time I went there. And then since that day, I started being scared of going there. They removed all the pimples and then gave me some nice creams and I put it up. And I said, I need to, when I look myself in the mirror, I need to look fresh. I need to look rich. I need to look the life that I'm preaching. You should be able to tell yourself that. Madam Ngozi, you are laughing. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I paid them 10,000 for them to press out things for my face. And told me, okay, look at your cream. The cream you're using, it contains hydroquinone, it contains this one. No, stop using it. Since you're walking around this one. Okay, since now, a time came I became too fair. I said, oh, no, you're using this cream. It's not nice for your skin because you're no longer walking on that sun. Use this one. This one is good for your skin. And then that's what it means. Take care of yourself. Nobody's going to take care of you. I'm telling you, a happy woman will make another man happy. Do you get that? For those of you that are women, and you know that very well, if you're not happy, no man can make you happy. That's the truth. And then a guy, if you're not a happy guy, no man can make you happy. You will always be very frustrated. So many persons will say, this Millionaire School today, now, wow. Madam Juliana said, buy one for me. Buy for me, oh. Mama, calm down. Hey. All right, so let's get to see the training for the day, and that's prospecting and inviting. Okay, I want us to look at some things here that's going to bring much value to us. Today, I believe yesterday we got lots and lots of information as regards to inviting. How many of you here, you got the materials for inviting, the message to send, the banner to send, and even our recorded videos to send to people? Let me see, wave your hand if you got it yesterday. If you are here, you must have it, okay? If you don't have it, it means today must be your first day in the Millionaire School, all right? And then I'm going to induct you. Don't worry, at the end of the presentation, I will induct you, all right? But today, I want us to look at prospecting differently. I want us to look at the mindset you should have when it comes to prospecting, all right? What's the mindset? What's the right mindset to have when you are prospecting? Right now, we're already sending out those messages. That's one thing about Aria. We have the materials. You just send the messages and people get back to you. And our business just keep growing. Okay. If you're not having people joining the business, increase the number of persons you are sending the materials to, and then you see people joining you. It's as simple as that. Okay. QED. All right. Don't just send to 20 and tell me, engineer, do you know I sent to 20 persons and they didn't, none of them joined. What is 20? In fact, the more people say no to you, the more you will succeed. It's a training on its own. Some of you here must have gone through the training. Yes, the more people say no to you, the more you succeed. The reason why I'm celebrated today by a lot of people and I earn so much money in the business is because I had more persons rejecting me. So if you want to earn more money than me, go get more rejections than I get. Get more rejections than me in a day, in a week, and in a month, and then you earn more money than me. Okay, I'm trying to share the slide with us, okay? Let's just bear with me. I'm trying to share the slide with us. All right. Where's my Zoom? Okay, I've seen it. Okay, I believe all of you now can see the screen very well. You can, right? Okay, so let's do this from here. But I'm looking for my my Zoom tabs. My Zoom tab just disappeared. I need to get it on. Okay, I think this is blocking it. Let's stop sharing. Okay, let me now share again. Okay, everything is fine now. Everything is okay now. It's not the one I want. Share. Prospecting and inviting. Nice. Okay, everything is fine now. We are good to go. We are good to go. All right, so let's take a look at prospecting. All right. Let's look at prospecting. Now, the word prospecting means to search or to seek. So our business is a process of creating an attention. I spoke about that yesterday. Or desire or interest on what. Now listen, you are creating an attention or desire on what RDI NGO campaign does, not business. What you are selling to people is the RDI NGO campaign. Do you know why we always use the word campaign? Because we can change the campaign anytime, any day. Now, change of campaign means a change of strategy in building the business. You must understand that, in fact, I said it yesterday, people that started with me 4 years ago have seen me change different strategies. Even Mama Agnes that was with me last year, okay, she heard me talk so much about the EMPC stores. What's EMPC? EMPC means Empower Consumerism, our business. I was marketing it as a store. That's change of concept. That's one thing about RDI. Let me tell you, as long as you are here, you will keep producing. When you think that, oh, the strategy you use is no longer working for you, trust me, boom, we release another one. So the campaign will always change. It will always change from time to time. Something may happen to Nigeria right now, God forbid, positive or negative anyway, and then we'll change and we'll flag off a campaign that can, because people's attention is to that particular event that happened, so we can create a campaign that can fit into that event and then tap people. Do you get that? So what you are always portraying is the RDI NGO campaign. You are not introducing people to a business. You are introducing people to our campaign. It's about the NGO support project. It's about what we are doing. It's not about you. Take the business off your head so that the business can outlast you. Is a training for another day. People that build businesses around themselves, the day they die, the business dies. You can build a business around a management system or structure that will outlive you because it's a different entity from you. So we are actually creating attention. Have you heard of the RDI NGO campaign? This campaign, the men, they can help you. You can travel. You can do this. You can do that. That's what you do. The primary goal of prospecting is to get an appointment. The primary goal of creating that attention, the primary goal of creating that desire, the primary goal of creating that interest in what the RDI NGO campaign does is to get an appointment to share the business in detail. That's what we call business presentation. So you don't mix the two. You don't mix business presentation and prospecting, no. So at the point of prospecting, people will always want you to tell them more about the business. Can you tell me more about the project? Can you tell me more? And your response should always be, yes, I want to let you know more, but it's during our live Zoom meeting and you can watch the recorded video. That's where you can now start inviting them over. You get that? So people will want you to stand up in less than 3 minutes to share the business with them. Never you try that. You try that, you've destroyed it. Nobody will ever join you because you will never have enough time. Even if you are the best of the speakers, even I myself at my level, I can't do that. Somebody picks up my number randomly and chats me up on my VIP reservation line. Sir, someone told me about the business. Can you tell me more about it? The first question I'm going to ask you, anytime people contact you like that, the first question you should ask the person is this: have you gone through our recorded video or have you attended our live business presentation? If the answer is no, don't explain anything to them. Get them to attend a live business meeting or watch our recorded video, or maybe if you've been trained on how to explain the business, book an appointment where you will settle down. You need at least minimum of 30 minutes to 1 hour. Where you will settle down and explain well using our system of explaining the business. If you have been taught on how to do that, that means you must have access to my slide, put your own pictures, personalize it. So prospecting is a number game. The more persons you prospect, meaning creating attention, is a number game. The more you create desires in people, the more people you create that desire in, the more interest you generate, the more appointments you will make, and the more sales you will generate. More prospecting leads to more interest, and more interest leads to more appointments, and more appointments will lead to what? More persons attending the business meeting and watching the video. And more people attend the business meeting and watching the recorded video means more registrations, which is sales. Don't ever forget, the end point of it is that somebody buys the business lot. I hope you got that clearly. So don't mix it up. That's prospecting for you. Now look at what we call the golden rule in prospecting. Never call a person a prospect in their presence or while sharing the business. Never. You don't ever, you will never hear me talk about, say, online. Okay, who invited you here? Oh, Madam Olumi Fumilayo invited, Madam Tinubu invited you. Oh, Mr. Hyohe invited you. Oh, Madam Beckley invited you. Oh, Madam Benita, she invited you. Oh, you must be someone, you will hear me say something like this. You must be someone very special to them for them to invite you here today. You must be someone very special. How many of you hear me say that all the time? Let me see with your hand. Let me see. You will never hear me say something like, oh, okay, you are their prospects. So, okay, you are one of his prospects. Never. Never you call a prospect in their presence. So a person a prospect in their presence. Never. All right? They feel being used. Therefore, they will build a word of rejection right before you even share the business to them. They already say, oh, so I'm a prospect. Bring me here. So anytime you see me talk about it, oh, someone, you must be a loved one. You must be someone close. They start seeing themselves as someone special. I will even tell them, I promise you at the end of the presentation, you will surely appreciate and thank this lady here that invited you. Then number 2, golden rule, don't be in a hurry to share the business in details during prospecting. Don't mix up creating interest with sharing the business or your company. Your goal is to get an appointment. You don't talk about empowered consumerism. You don't talk about the Air Plan 2.0. You don't talk about the amount of money. You don't talk about any other thing. Anything you are saying is about how much you will earn, how you will travel. Oh, the support projects of the NGO. That's the only thing you talk about. The goal of prospecting is for someone to tell you, okay, I want to know more about your business. How do I get to know more? Your goal is to get an appointment. These are the 2 golden rules in prospecting. Now look at what I call the fundamentals of prospecting. These are this material I'm using here. You can't get it anywhere online. I have to study so many books, watch so many recorded videos to come out with this. This is one of our best and one of the best training and materials you will have in the world. I can tell you that. Go read books, you will see. So pay attention. Fundamentals of prospecting. How do you see yourself? It's very vital. What is your mental programming like before you start talking to people or you start sending people those messages? Do you see yourself as someone who is in need of people just to grow in the business? I need to bring people to earn money. If nobody joins me, I will not make money. I need to bring in people. I need to bring in people. Is that why you have the rush? Or do you see yourself as a solution provider? One who is to serve and help others in achieving their own goal, bringing value to them. How do you see yourself? If you are to achieve great success in this business, sorry, let me reshare the slide again. If you are to achieve great success, you must see yourself as the leader. That is, one who serves others with a solution to their problems. People are struggling financially. Things are hard. And I come into a place and people will tell me, well, they've not paid salaries. People are struggling here. And I say, that is where they need me the most. The doctor is not needed where everybody is okay. Even Jesus said it and said, I'm needed more where sinners are. So that's why you see him with the sinners. That's where they need him. Someone that is okay doesn't need a doctor. So you come into a place where people are struggling, their own salaries and things. That means there is a problem and then you are bringing them a solution. The secret to extraordinary success in life lies in providing value to others. So you must see our business our project, our NGO project, as a platform that provides value to people. When you do that, your level of ego will increase. Your level of confidence will increase. I'm bringing value to you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. Yes. That's why Ziglar said, you can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other persons or people get what they want. Do you know the reason why Warren Buffett ended up becoming one of the richest men in the world? Because most persons don't know how to invest their money. So he decided to do what? To bring value to people by studying and helping them to do what? To invest. Do you know why Facebook is one of the richest men in the world? Mark Zuckerberg. Because he's bringing value. What is value? Connecting families together, friends and families together. So today we can just take a picture and then we'll snap and then guess what? And then we send to friends. That's it. Do you know why Uber? Travis Kalanick, the owner of Uber, why is the richest man? He solved a very fundamental problem. Serious problems. Number one, security problem. Many of you don't know that. When you enter Uber, you are safer. Even though, yeah, there are some security breaches, okay, and breaches here and there, all right? That's okay, but it's safer because once you enter Uber, every detail is online. Someone can know the car you entered, the name of the driver, the phone number of the driver, the account number of the driver that picked you the last time they heard of you. Then secondly, they solve the issue of what? Not having car readily available all the time. They solve the issue of pricing. When I was studying the Uber system, I said, man, no wonder they get become a billionaire within a short period of time. He even solved the problem of people having cars and not being utilized. It solved also the problem of people not trusting. One of the worst business to do in this life is to go and buy a car, a bus, and call a random driver to come and drive your car. They will spoil the car, waste it for you. Do as in they will use you and buy 10 cars and your own car. You will not even recover the money for one car. How many of you know exactly what I'm saying? If you have ever done transport business, they will use your car and buy 10 more cars and you will not even recover the money they use it. Your car will be having problem all the time. That's the worst business to do. But once you buy your car and give it to Uber, submit it to Uber, you can track the car, you know where the car is going, everything, all the transportation, everything that the car does, all the money it will get, at least you will know, you will have it. All the reports of the driver, you get it. So you will see big men, they can sublet their cars and they can make good money. Yeah, there are some places where they can cheat too. I get what I'm saying. Because Uber will not take the picture of how many persons they picked in the car and some other things. But guess what? At least minimally, the owner of the car will make so much money. That's why Travis Kalanick, the owner of Uber, became one of the richest men in the world. When you can help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want in life. It's a law. Now, let's take a look at these. Words to never use at first sight. Words to never use at first sight. Number one, the word network marketing. Never you use the word network marketing. There is nothing wrong with the word network marketing. Okay? But you must understand that people understand words in pictures, and pictures creates a feeling. The mental picture of Nigerians concerning network marketing is very wrong. They see network marketing as mere hawking, selling of products, and they have a negative feeling about network marketing. So when you are prospecting, it's about business opportunity, business support project of RDI. Hey, there's one network marketing company like that I joined, and you are prospecting to someone. Don't forget, prospecting is about creating an attention. And you are trying to arouse somebody. You are trying to create a positive feeling, and you are using the words that connects negative feelings to them, that can make them feel bad. Then you can't get an interest. Rather, use the word business opportunity. Take a look at this. Hi, dear. There is this great international NGO helping people raise funds for their business project, for their businesses via their support program. I just submitted your contacts. Their consultants will call you, okay, for more information. Or would you love to know more about the business project? Hi, dear. There's another one. Hi, dear. I'm working on a unique part-time business project with a free support from an international NGO in raising funds for some of my business projects. would you help me with an honest review, or the message we normally send out? There are many ways you can do that. The only thing you are doing is to create an interest for someone to know more. Now, there are two kinds of persons you prospect to. People you know and they know you. We call it the warm market. Please give me 10 minutes so I can summarize. This is a very important training. All right, just give me 10 minutes so I can summarize this psychology about prospecting. There are people you know and the people that know you, we call them the warm market. This set of persons stand more chances to not take you serious. That's why we need to use our system. They are very small in number, so that you can't completely depend on them in the long run. I get what I'm saying. People you know, they're always small in number. And in our training, we are talking about increasing your prospect list. You must keep increasing your number. That's the reason why we gave you we gave you the suggestions. We trained you that every member of your church is a prospect. Every member of every social organization is a prospect. You go for wedding, the person you are sitting close to, anybody you exchange pleasantry with is a prospect. So you don't sit down and say, I've prospected to everybody I know. There is nobody again. Let me tell you, if you are talking like that, you will not succeed. So why don't you start a business and then you tell me that, everybody I know has come to my shop and bought, and the business is not selling. You can't build a business around just people you know. Yes, would you tap into them? You must tap into them. Now, the second set of persons is people you don't know, the cold market. This set of persons are much in number. The fact is, they are endless. You can keep having cold prospects. And these numbers will likely take you more serious than the warm market. Especially if maybe your warm market, you've not been a person of character and integrity with them. You've been living, your life has been like this. They don't trust you. Anything money and business, they don't trust you. That's why you can use our system. That's why what you are now acting like is like a connector, someone connecting people to our project. So it's not about you. You are not the one running the business. You are only a channel to let them know what our NGO is doing. That's why our RDI system, you can use it both on the warm market and on the cold market, and it will produce the result for you because you are actually just sending those information, pointing people to what RDI does, not what you are doing. Once you do that, you take your personality off. Should in case if you don't have a good personality out there. And the reason why you are here in this NGO is that you build up your personality to be right in the long run. So look at what we call the prospecting process. Always use a script. Don't assume you know what to say. Never assume that. Use the script we gave you. Rehearse with the script until you can emotionalize it, especially if you are trying to make a phone call with it. Don't try to convince people. Use our tools to sort out the right people for you. And always remember that everyone is a prospect. Now, we've talked about the 4 main ingredients of a good prospecting script. Now, you don't need to deal with that because the script will always be given to you. Any script we give you must get people to trust the business, the system. They must be able to identify a need in people and fill up that need. The script must always show that we are there to help them. And of course, the script will always show that the business is limited. It will create a sense of urgency. Don't just produce a script. Use the script that we have given you, and it will produce great results for you. All right. So all the scripts we be given to you, they are samples of a wonderful script. Now, in your prospecting, use our tools. Okay. Use our tools. We have the videos. So we have the text messages. We have the banners you can paste on your social media. All right. On your TikTok, on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook. Please don't talk about the business on Facebook. Prospect on Facebook. Create an attention on Facebook. The other day, Mama Agnes and Mama Keinde, they shared with me how they went for an event, and then they shared questionnaires. We have our RDI questionnaires. Yes, share those questionnaires and collect contacts. Anybody that fills the questionnaire and gives you the contacts, the questionnaire back, what you've done is that you've collected certain information about the person and the contacts, and with it, you can then invite the person to the meeting. So these are our prospecting tools. Use them and it will work for you. Yes, it will work for you. All right, so we are done with the basic psychology on prospecting. All right, what I just taught you today is the mindset, the way you should view prospecting, the right approach to prospecting. I think the title of today's training will be the right approach to prospecting. You must prospect it. You must prospect with the right approach so you will get the best of the results. But if I should summarize prospecting in one word, when it comes to our training today, I will tell you, see yourself as someone bringing value to people. Yes. You are not here to look out for people. You are here to care about people. Care genuinely about people. And when people can sense that genuine care and love from you when you are prospecting to them, they can easily join you in the business. God bless you real good. This is where we're going to come to the close of today's Millionaire School.